Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's session. Today, we're going to be talking about copywriting for events. So, we're really going to be diving into how you can use thought leadership and social media to help amplify your event and really capture the best value. So, for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Kathryn Strachan. I'm the owner and managing director of Copyhouse. Copyhouse, we are a content marketing agency specializing in the B2B tech space. We help our clients bring their messaging to life with copywriting, content design, and B2B social. Our clients are always going to events, whether it's conferences or hosting their own big events. So a lot of our content focuses around how we can help them get the best value out of these events and how they can really help champion the brand and all the really brilliant expertise they have within it. So why does copywriting matter for events? Well, copywriting is really important for your event, and you will need to create content around it. Copywriting allows you to craft compelling content that leaves a lasting impression on attendees. There's some really interesting statistics into this. So 92% of event goers appreciate high quality content over design aesthetics. When you attend an event, you really want to feel like you walked away learning something new. So one of the best things you can do is to tailor your messages to resonate with your target audience. To keep them engaged and eager for more, you really want to understand who you're talking to, who's going to be at the event, and who you want to be at the event. Who do you want to attract? Who would be the best audience for your event? So, crafting compelling thought leadership content. Thought leadership content focuses on fostering trust and credibility in the industry. A lot of brands have really brilliant people that work there, but nobody ever really gets to see these people. They're the thought leaders who are behind the scenes, building the product or doing the doing. And, they're often not in the limelight. But when you go to these events, that's a perfect opportunity to put them in the limelight, to have them out speaking, to capture some of the expertise before or during or after, and to create content that people who maybe weren't at the event or really enjoyed the talk at the event can then access and can continue to learn and build that relationship with them. So there's some really great research into this as well. So 81% of event attendees prefer sessions led by thought leaders. This is really about, building a strong brand around individuals and capturing their insights year round, whether you're at a conference or you're not. And it's going to help you to bring people into the event as well. So one of the top tips here is to identify event themes and leverage industry trends to create thought-provoking and insightful content. You really want to dig into what's going on in the industry and have an opinion, say something interesting that not everybody is saying so that you can really add that value. So alongside thought leadership is this concept of personal branding. Personal branding is basically building a brand around a thought leader, around a subject matter expert, and somebody who can kind of act as a front runner at the company, can champion the brand and help to strengthen connections and leave a mark. So people with powerful brands receive 6 times more engagement. It's also a lot easier to secure speaking slots or to even have people come to your event because they really want to hear so-and-so speak. So top tip here is to cultivate a consistent online presence, reflecting your expertise and personality to build rapport with your audience. So when we do this for our clients, it quite often starts on LinkedIn because most of our clients are B2B. If you are in a different industry, it might start on a different platform, but social media is really where you begin, and then it kind of extends and elevates out from there. So some of the social media strategies that you can use before, during, and after the event. And it is important to think about that full life cycle because, you're not just creating content at the event. You have the run up to it, getting people engaged, getting people really excited for it. You have everything that happens on the day, and then you have everything that happens after. So how you can help create a really great community around the event, how you can make people feel like they missed out if they weren't there, or help people to continue to engage post event. And, social media is a really great catalyst for event engagement, with 87% of attendees actively sharing content during the event. It's going to be a really great place to capture some of the thought leadership and really act as a flagship piece for you year round. So one of the top tips here is to drive excitement with pre-event teasers, boosting real-time connections during the event with live updates, and sustain momentum post-event with captivating highlights. So there's lots of great content that you can do, and you really want to think about each of those stages leading up to the event. And leading up to the event is all about elevating attendance, getting people to come, getting people excited, giving them little teasers, helping them think about what they might see or do when they're there, and getting them to commit to coming. So social media plays a pivotal role in attracting event attendees, with 87% of attendees actively sharing content during the event. So a top tip here, you really want to share some teasers. What is it that people can expect from the event? What might they learn? Who else is going to be there? Basically, you want to provide reason for why it's worth their time or their company's money for them to be able to come and engage with the event. And also do some really great captivating summaries on social media. So summaries help to share some of these insights, to capture what's going on the day. Tweets accompanied by images receive 150% more retweets. So it's a really great way to boost engagement, to ignite curiosity and interest. So top tip here is to utilize visually appealing multimedia elements such as images and videos to create captivating summaries that spark interactions, and really thinking about how you're going to get people to engage both online but also in person. So one of the things you also want to do and think about with the event is to master press releases for company attendance. So how are you going to create newsworthy stories? How are you going to attract media attention and elevate your company's presence? 46% of journalists rely on press releases for valuable story ideas. This is going to be really important for getting in front of some of the journalists who might be in the room. There will be people who have press passes, so you really want to be able to connect with them to stand out from the crowd and to give them a story that they definitely want to cover. Another really great opportunity during the day is to turn some of this unique thought leadership into content. So refining thought leadership has a remarkable impact on audiences. You're going to have people on stage, you're going to have people in the room who are sharing some really great insights. So doing like an event wrap up, doing a long form piece of content off the back of it can be a great idea. It's a great way to kind of share some of the insights that were shared in the room, whether people were there or not. So a top tip is to repurpose unique thought leadership into various formats. Lots of formats that it can take, whether it's an infographic or a long form article, or perhaps even a mini video. And all of this helps to build momentum around the event and also encourage participation in future events. So that brings me to a close today. Before I go, I want to tell you a little bit about Copyhouse. So we're a content marketing agency specializing in technology and fintech. We work with some really great brands and really help them to capture their expertise and bring their events and non-events to life. We've had some great growth over the last 3 years and have gone from just myself to 40 people. So it's been a really great, really interesting ride. And we've seen lots on the way. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm happy to take any questions. Feel free to drop me a message on LinkedIn or visit our website and send me a message there. But thank you for listening.